A little bit of lighting can go so far in the curb appeal, your accent lighting, pathway lighting, but it can be very expensive, and you dig trenches and lay wires. Take a look at this. What Eveready is bringing. Yes, that Eveready, the company that we grew up with all of their batteries, they know something about power. Look at these solar panel lights. First of all, a super big solar panel on top. These are stainless steel and a very thick gauge glass here. You are getting an 8-pack. I want you to think about these as accent lighting, pathway lighting, along, maybe you just planted some stuff during the summer and in the nighttime it gets dark and that disappears. This gives you that beautiful curb appeal or a little bit of safety with an 8-pack. These are extra large. You can really spread these out. $79.99 right now to add this. Now you get the stainless steel finish, right? I want to talk finishes here. Now on the bottom you can also choose another finish. We also have it in what we call in the middle here is that oil rubbed bronze. Thank you. Right there in the middle, your oil rubbed bronze. Or on the end, it's the black and graphite. Only $350 in the black graphite here. You're getting a set of 8. These look great during the day, and then they really come to life at night. You don't have to remember to turn them on. But you get to choose between the white light, and also you've got some color changing in there as well. To tell us all about it, our friend Bobby Milliken is joining us here to walk us through these beautiful lights. Hey, Bobby, good to see you, man.
Good to be here.
Thanks for being here, my friend.
Everybody loves lighting, and you're going to love these too. But the problem with lighting is it can be expensive, and you got to hire a professional, and they have to dig trenches, and there's wires. That's not a problem with us because we're talking Eveready solar lights. It's simple, it's easy. You just stake them to the ground wherever you want to have light on demand where you want it. No professional, no electrician, no trenches, no wires, just simply beautiful ambient light. And we're going to lower the lights here in the studio so you can get a chance to let these lights wow you and to showcase what they have, because maybe you've been disappointed with your previous solar purchases at some of the big box stores. I know I started before I got involved with the brand. I used to start and get the big box ones and I was like, oh, these just don't light very well, or these didn't last season after season.
Wow.
And look at the illumination. And again, remember, as you're watching this presentation, this isn't even lights fully down. This is kind of like what we call a lighting cue at halfway. And they're still able to shine through and show you that glow. Now, I want to brag. Can I brag about the brand for a little bit?
Please do.
This is Eveready. And if you're like me, you grew up with this brand, right? They've been in business over 100 years, and they've sold over 6 billion batteries. Wow. So that's the difference, right? Because with the cheap old solar light, it's not made the same. It's all about the heart of the unit, and what's at the heart is the battery, and this is that Eveready rechargeable solar battery. What happens is you have this huge crystalline panel right here that is capturing the sun all day long for free, by the way. That way at night you can have hours and hours of great night ambient glow. And just look at that here. I'll turn it to my shirt and just look at the pattern. Do you see the starburst pattern kind of showing off on my shirt there?
Also the fact that they're so high up off, what is this, almost a foot off,
I
off
think
the ground?
Yeah, over 14 inches. We give you the stakes so you can move them. And listen to this. You ready? That's the sound of quality right there. Not plastic. Right. So let's talk about the durability, because these are obviously made to be outside. They're fade resistant. They're weather resistant. You have a stainless steel housing on the top as well as the stem. So no plastic. Matter of fact, the only plastic piece is going to be that stake down there, and you want plastic to go into the ground. But that's how you know it's durable. That thick gauge glass, and if you see in there, there's the light, and then down here, kind of see it, that's the reflector. That's how that light is bouncing off to give you that starburst pattern. And I can show it better over here if you want to take a look over here. I'll just kind of spin to win over here, Ty. You can see the pattern, but look at that. 8 lumens of soft ambient glow. And you know what the thing is? This is actually the time of year to get solar, because you know what's happening with the daylight.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, all of a sudden,
shorter and shorter.
It's going to get dark at 4:30.
Oh my gosh.
4:30, it's going to be dark. You're going to come home from work, and you're not going to have to worry about if you turn the lights on. Did I remember to turn on those outdoor lights? No, they're going to come on without you even remembering to turn them on. Now, as we look at that shot, that's a pretty big, kind of wide swath of light that you're getting, and you're getting 8 of these. So I just want you to imagine, I don't know, Bobby, how far apart would you put these? 6 feet, maybe 8 feet
10
apart?
Feet, yeah,
10 feet apart. So now you're able, with an 8-pack, look, you've seen us talk about 4-packs, 6-packs. With an 8-pack, maybe you're able to line that whole driveway. Maybe you're able to line that whole walkway. Maybe that whole garden. 8 of these is a lot of light. All you choose is the finish you want, either in the stainless steel, we have it in that oil rubbed bronze, or the black graphite. As Bobby's going to show you this here, but there's also, if we take a look down here, you see the different colors. That's something else that you don't normally get with solar light, because it takes more power to have different colors, and Eveready is known for their power.
I love that we've done this. This is something, again, that kind of just puts us above and beyond the rest of the solar lights out there. We've given you what we're calling color on demand. So yes, they all come with that nice, bright, energy efficient, by the way, a white LED, but we also give you the ability to change it between the red, that beautiful green, and the blue. So just think about all the festivities, all the holidays you could do. Red, white, and blue for 4th of July, the blue for Hanukkah, maybe it's the red and green for Christmas, maybe it's birthdays, maybe it's Valentine's. It doesn't matter. Whatever festive spirit you're feeling, you can change the colors. And all you do, by the way, when you get these home, the first thing you do is you pull a little tab. There's a tab, okay, protecting the battery. So you pull that tab, it's gonna be shining white. What I love about these is you don't even have to charge them right away. They come to you pre-charged and ready to go. So you want to get them out there right away and rock them and light up your driveway, you can do that. There's a little button right here above my finger. When you touch that, that is going to change it to the red, then to the green, and then to blue. So I know Carrie Miletto's over there watching me. She wants to line her entire driveway, and I'm telling her, you're gonna need 2 packs. She's got a big house, big driveway. Now she does everything big. So if you have a long driveway like Carrie, get 2 packs so you have one side of 8 on the left and one side of 8 on the right. But don't even stop there. Think about the backyard. Think about your walkway. Maybe this is for your parents or maybe your grandparents. Maybe think about safety, because at night, in my new neighborhood, it's very, very dark. There are no street lights.
No, around here they don't do that.
No, you're right. We just came from Florida, both of us, and so I've noticed they don't really do street lights as much here in PA. So to combat that from a safety standpoint, use your solar lights, because again, they charge for free during the day, so then at night you can see the walkway, see the pathway, or see the steps to have your safety in mind.
And we talk about price. Listen, we know the impact of lighting. We know we love those lights. We know we walk around the neighborhood and you look at your neighbor's lights. And the first thing you think, though, is how much did they spend on that? And probably thousands of dollars, right? And also, those are in a certain spot and you can't move those because they had to dig trenches and run the wire. So wherever they are, that is it. You can't move those. They spent thousands of dollars. Now we're talking about $79.99. Now we're talking about less than $80 today. You're getting $30 off, but you're getting an 8-pack for something that you have the option to choose a colored light. You don't have to remember to turn on. You're not digging any trenches. You're not hiring an electrician. You're not having to plug it in or run a wire anywhere. And you're getting 8 that you can really spread out. So right now at $79.99, the impact of light. This is something that you will enjoy every single day. For $79.99, your flexible payment's $26.66. We know the impact, right? We walk around the neighborhood and we're like, wow, when someone adds some new lights to their home.
I think I made a term. I call it light envy.
Yes.
You drive by someone's house and you just see it. You see either that up lighting or that down lighting, and you're thinking, how many thousands of dollars did they spend to get that? And what we're saying to you is, you can get something very similar for way, way more than a fraction of the price. So that's why it's such a huge value. I love that we give you not 4 or 6, you're getting a full 8-pack. And again, those beautiful colors. Thank you for that shot, guys. It's beautiful. The silver is amazing. If you want to go with that traditional black, it's called a graphite black. It's very nice. That oil brush bronze is kind of your basic neutral or your dark brown color. They all look amazing in the day. At night, they look the same because you're seeing the light. But in the daytime, whatever finish most matches your lawn or your driveway, then you're going to pick that. And that's that solar crystalline panel up top. That's, again, an oversized panel. Just another tidbit of how we're kind of going above and beyond to capture that sun. We are giving you what we're calling dusk till dawn lighting. So what that means is you leave them out for the daytime, captures that sun. Even on an overcast day, it's still going to do its job and capture that. Then when the lights go dark,
just like this,
boom, 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 boom,
without you having to do anything. And of course, our setup here, we have these way closer than you would put them. But we are showing you that pattern, and you could spread these out 6, 8, maybe even 10 feet apart, and you're going to get that cast of light, and you're getting that almost starburst effect that you see on Bobby's shirt right there. And you can just see what that brings to that front yard, maybe it's backyard, maybe it's side yard, and something that has that antique look, that timeless look, particularly I mean, the black kind of looks like that kind of wrought iron look, that bronze color, that old bronze, that looks like something antique, or you want something more of a clean finish, you get that stainless steel. And what you're seeing right there is you can change the light. You kind of manually press whatever light. Maybe it's the game, maybe it's the sports team, maybe it's a celebration, maybe it's a birthday party. You can change each one at the time. I don't know if we have it. We used to have a side-by-side still of a house without it and a house with it. And it was just amazing that when you just add light, the difference it makes.
It makes a huge difference. It's a great before and after. And as you're watching the presentation, keep in mind, these are exclusive to us here at HSN. So you can't buy these anywhere else. We've got a really great relationship with Eveready here and us at HSN. But to Ty's point, if you were to show your house kind of the before, how dark it is, especially if you live in an area like me where there's no street lights, then you put 8 of these, or maybe you double up and get the 16, which I'm recommending, and turn them on. It's just, I can't even describe the feeling. I think I told you this in our earlier presentation. My first spoken word, true story, was light. So I love lights. I'm drawn to them. I think a lot of us are. Maybe you can relate to that.
It's true.
It's just something about when you get that illumination, it just feels comfortable when you come home, you see your driveway lit up. It feels welcoming. It feels inviting. So maybe you're getting this for safety. Maybe you're getting this to show off the front of your house. Maybe this is kind of like party time in the backyard. You're having some people over, maybe in front of the pergola, the gazebo. Is that the one you're talking about?
Look at this. Thanks, guys, so much for finding this. Look, this is, and it's not even fully dark in this picture yet, but just to show the difference that you're getting. Look at that starburst effect. These are probably 10 feet apart in the picture. Oh, yeah. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 8. And look, it covers the garage, both sides of the driveway. Look, and then imagine the rest of the night when that goes dark, what you are going to get. I mean, it's just an immediate impact.
Absolutely. And remember,
immediate impact.
We're talking no cheap stuff here. We're talking of that solid, that thick gauge glass right there. You can hear the sound. You can literally basically feel it through the camera. Again, you've got that stainless steel casing. And most importantly, this is going to be the brand that you've come to know and trust. That Eveready name, been in business over 100 years. That's the true difference. What's at the heart of these solar lights is that battery that's rechargeable to give you dusk till dawn lighting.
891-459. Grab your lights now before it gets dark out there very early. Bobby, we're going to see you a little bit later, but I hear you're going to be he's going to be outside.
I'm going to go outside in the light, though.
Okay,
this daytime light.
We'll see you a little bit later. Thanks, Bobby.
Sounds good.
Appreciate it. Sarah's coming up next. A little handheld vac from Sarah. Oh, I love these. I love these, Sarah.
These too. These are definitely clever. This is from your tech.